Hi, I'm Jody Allaire. I'm a biologist with Bird Studies Canada, and welcome to the Long Point Bird Observatory. This is a northern saw-whet owl, and these great little owls can be found across Canada's north and even through central Ontario, central Quebec, and into the Maritimes. They're very, very tiny little owls, but don't be fooled. They've got a lot of personality, and they've got these amazing wings here. And what we're doing is, this is the end of October, and we're catching owls on their migration so we can learn more about their biology and study their migration patterns. So the first thing we're going to do with this little saw-whet owl is we're going to put a band on the bird. And this is the bands that we use. They all have a unique number, and they'll have a return address or a web address on the inside. And what we'll do with these birds is we'll put a band on first. The band doesn't hurt the bird. It fits like a bracelet. It's not going to slide off the foot. You use these special pliers here to put the band on. I'm gently going to support the leg and close the band around its leg like this. Once it's on, give it a bit of a twist, and we are good. All right. So we're going to do a few measurements of this bird before we let it go. They've got amazing faces. You can notice they're very feathery faces. They've got these great little whiskers, and you'll hear occasionally it give what's called a bill snap. The bill snap's kind of neat. It's actually not made by its bill. It's actually made by its vocal cords in its throat. But it's a way of communicating and letting us know who's the boss. So the next thing we're going to do is take a wing length measurement here. And the wing length is 144 millimeters. All right. So after we take a wing length, we're actually going to try to figure out how old the bird is. And interestingly, you can actually tell the age of northern saw-whet owls fairly well, at least for the first few years. And if you look carefully at their wings, you can see there's these older juvenile feathers and there's these fresher feathers on the outside. And this contrast between old baby feathers, essentially, juvenile feathers, and these recently molted fresh feathers here means that this is a bird that is in its second year. So it's 1 year old. It would have been born last summer. Right? So it's already done this migration once before. And we're still learning a lot about the migration of these birds, and it's still a bit of a mystery about do they migrate in big numbers every year? Where do they go? And definitely the lower Great Lakes area of Canada is a really important congregation and migration spot for these birds. The next thing we're going to do is take the weight of the bird. We're going to use this tube to weigh the bird on the scale. And of course, we're recording all of this information in our data book, and we'll be submitting all this data electronically. Now, if I just put this owl on the scale, it's going to fly away. So if we use the tube, we can actually get a weight of the bird without it moving, so we can get an accurate weight, and it'll just sit here like this. 98.7 grams is the weight. And to put that in perspective, a loonie weighs 7 grams. So to determine whether this is a male or a female, whether this is a boy or a girl, we'll combine the wing length of the bird with the weight of the bird. And that weight and wing length combination means that this saw-whet owl is a female. Interestingly, female owls, all female owls, are larger than male owls, which is very cool. All right. And after we've done all that and the bird looks okay, we're going to let him go. On a good night, we might catch 30 or 40 of these owls on migration in late October, November. And that's how we band a northern saw-whet owl.